I want to discuss two things. I'm often asked what is that you read, Don, and one of the things I read, as you very well know by now, is Motivational Manager. And a recent edition of Motivational Manager pushed me to a website called ecommercerecruiter.com. And I talked about a man named Harry Joyner and a little treatise he wrote called Before You Apply for Your Next Job. And they reprinted it in Motivational Manager. I think it's really important for advisors to hear this. The title of the article is simply Disengage Autopilot and Take Control of Your Career. And it goes on to say that Harry Joyner, who's an executive recruiter, meets about 150 candidates a week. And 90% of those professionals share the same failing. Now, understand, these people probably, I'm quite sure it's VP and higher they're placing. They're very successful people. 90% share the same failing. They're clueless. He said, yes, most are well-educated and some may even be considered accomplished, but they have a blind spot where their long-term career vision should be. They either don't know or can't articulate what they truly want to achieve in their careers. So they have no idea how their current position or the job they desire will support their goals. And since they don't know where they want to go, they can't identify what's keeping them from getting there or motivate themselves to do anything about it. Isn't that incredible? I find advisors in our business, a lot of them have a hard time telling me what they do. I say, what's your elevator speech? What do you do for a living? And they really can't articulate what it even is they do. And this article goes on to say, it asks, do you struggle with the same vision problems that plague Joyner's clients? Maybe it's time you started directing your career instead of just going along for the ride. To get started, try these exercises, and they give 3 exercises to retake control of your career. One is remember your glory days. What a great suggestion. Think about your career to this point. What have you done in the past when you were most satisfied with your career? What did you love about that situation or those situations? What were your key responsibilities? What were you doing? What, if any, contributions did you make to your organization or society while working in these positions? What, if anything, could have made these situations even more satisfying? So I think number 1 is great. Remember your glory days. Number 2 is know your bliss. Describe your ideal career path. What characteristics is the ideal when you get where you want to be? What are the ideal characteristics that really share with what made you happiest in the past? Do more of what made you happy. Do you get where you're totally happy doing what you do? And you might find these are missing in your present situation. And lastly, take stock. So consider where you are right now. What are your top 3 career goals from this point forward? Do you have what you need to get where you want to go? Do you have the skills? Do you have the resources? Do you have the training? Do you have the organizational support to achieve those goals? List any obstacles that may thwart your plans. How do you plan to overcome these obstacles? This is such great basic stuff. Finally, will achieving these goals take you closer to your ideal? If not, you should rethink your goals, your ideal, or both. ecommercerecruiter.com. Great article. Second thing the same publication pointed out, said if you got a problem, look for the golden egg. There's no attribution on this idea, but it is from a motivational manager. But if you got a problem, look for the golden egg. And as you know, I've always maintained that you decide to be optimistic or not. It's your choice. But this little paragraph says the next time you are looking at a particularly tricky problem, try turning it around. It's called the golden egg technique. Change your point of view. So if the situation is no longer a problem, it becomes an opportunity. It says, for example, let's suppose your competitor is doing better than you are. Look at what's working for your competitor. Then adapt what you're doing to reflect what he or she is doing right, and take the opportunity to improve upon what you're doing so you're not just copying someone else's success, but you're doing it better. 2 great ideas. Good luck, good selling.